Hey guys, today I'll be going over a strategy that HellRaisers used against Virtus.Pro in which they did a B-site fake and successfully pretty much just duped VP from rotating off. Now, if we take a pause here, we'll notice that VP's setup is Neo all alone on the B-site here, and both Snacks and Taz watching mid, and Pasha's actually on his way to rotate towards window area here, and he's going to be watching mid as well, which leaves Bialy on the site himself. And Bondic and Stiko are already taking positions here to throw their fake smokes, but they're smoked off here in T-Apps because of Neo, who is just pretty much gaining information to call for rotates should he need them. Now let's take a look at HellRaisers setup as we progress here. So Oscar's peeking in there looking for a quick pick. Not going to be able to do it, so he's going to fall back and grab the bomb and just kind of hang out and spawn here. Now, Zero and Angel still in T-Apps. They're going to be setting up for some smokes in a brief second here. They're just kind of prodding at underpass. And they're pretty much set up to throw smokes now. Zero is going to be throwing a smoke that lands somewhere in sight here. I believe his lands right over here. And Angel's going to be throwing a smoke that lands somewhere in sight right about here. Now Oscar, again, just holding the bomb there. Now Bondic, he has one of the more interesting smokes as well as Stiko. So Bondic is going to throw a smoke as a running smoke that goes all the way over, bounces through this little arch right here, hits this wall and lands right here. And then Stiko is going to be throwing a smoke that goes over and lands on catwalk or short right about here. So let's take a look at these smokes as they soar over. They're setting up right now. And then just watch the VP members as these smokes fly over. And here comes the execution, and one lands on site, one lands for market, one lands for bench. And interestingly enough, Zero, I believe this is able to actually jump out the window because all of these members are blocked off, more specifically Neo, and Snacks is starting to rotate, Pasha is starting to rotate, and Taz is even starting to rotate, leaving Bialy alone on site. And Zero, again, he was able to jump out this window, and while they lost Angel, that's okay because the rest of these members are out here, and Zero is here just to, one, sell the fake, and two, he's going to be able to get onto catwalk here and get into ladder room to get in advanced position once these members rotate, and once Bialy realizes, hey guys, it's a fake. So as we watch Zero, I believe it is, number 3 on my keyboard, notice how he gets in, and VP, they have no idea. They're waiting, they're waiting, they're waiting. Where are these players? And Zero does spot Bialy, takes him down. That's going to open up the site here for HellRaisers, and it's a free site. They can get a free plant. They still even have one smoke to work with, the smoke off either CT or in this area over here, but Oscar's going to be holding in jungle to make sure nobody can rotate from there. And again, Zero has that forward position in ladder room. So now HellRaisers do have some post-plant positions, and unfortunately for HellRaisers, while the fake did work, VP just had a really strong retake, and for some reason they didn't really use that smoke to their advantage. Oscar gets a nice pick there, and they're still using their utilities. Zero could have caused a lot of damage here, but his timing was a little bit off, and unfortunately Snacks, I thought he would spot him. No, it's going to be all on him, and now Stiko's alive. And VP successfully retake, but it was a really cool strategy by HellRaisers. Now, let's take a look at each of these members and see what their exact roles were. So the first player we'll be looking at here is going to be Zero, and he's pretty much going to be the partner in crime with Angel. They're going to be throwing these smokes from the T-Apps, or just outside of them, I should say. And Zero and Angel, as well as Oscar a little bit, their main job is to really sell this fake, pretty much just make noise in apps, make VP kind of peek into underpass, make sure that nobody's pushing underpass behind them. That will pretty much ruin their fake, and they're going to be setting up for the smokes here, and Zeros will land for market. He's going to line it up here and throw it right about now, and it's going to land right here for market, blocking off anybody, hopefully, inside of market. And he's just going to jump right out the window, get an aggressive position, and unfortunately for VP, they don't spot him, and he gets that information that at least 2 or 3 people are on the B site, and he gets all the way onto cat here into ladder room, takes down Bialy, and he's able to get into ladder room and catch any rotates off guard should they push cat. Now, I feel like if Bialy hadn't gone down there, if he hadn't killed Bialy, this would have worked a lot better for him because he could have gotten those people in market a lot easier, but they do get the bomb plant down, which is pretty much a success in its own right. But again, unfortunately, they lost that round because VP just had a really good retake. And Neo, obviously aware of Zero here. Zero playing it pretty smart. Not really peeking, but unfortunately his timing was just a little bit off. By like mere seconds. Look at this. He got stuck in the window a little bit there, I think. That's why he wasn't able to catch Neo, which I think definitely made the retake a lot easier for VP. So now we will take a look at Angel. So we have Angel here, and he's going to be throwing that smoke that lands in the middle of the site, and he's going to be causing that ruckus over here in apps, along with Zero and Oscar. And again, Oscar just kind of takes that shot, trying to get that early pick on a player holding Van, and he falls back to get the bomb. And again, Angel and Zero, excuse me, are going to be causing noise on Underpass and in apps, making sure that VP knows that there is a presence here. And he's lining up for the smoke now. And again, this smoke will land in the middle of the site to block off Bench from seeing Cat. And there it goes. It soars right over and lands in the middle of the site here. But unfortunately for Angel, Snacks gets a really nice pick onto him and pretty much shuts him down. I think maybe if he had survived, maybe this would have gone a little bit better. Same thing with Zero's unlucky timing there on the lurk in mid, but the fake worked. So now we look at Stiko here, and he's just going to drop the bombs outside of apps so that Oscar can come in and pick it up on the rotate. And he's pretty much just holding here in mid, watching for any aggressive pushes, making sure that no VP members catch them off guard and, well, foil their plans once more. So once they are ready to stuff the smokes, he will line it up, and that should happen in just a second here. And his smoke is kind of interesting because he holds left and right click and does a running throw to do it. You don't see too many of those in CS, but here is the lineup, and he's going to hold it until Angel and Zero are lined up, and Oscar gets into T-spawn. And this should land on Cat. It bounces off the skybox, I believe, like so, and lands right there on Cat. Very common position for CTs to hold in that pretty much exact spot, and he's just going to push onto site here. And look at these VP members just rotating once they see those smokes. Neo has no idea. He's the only member on the site. He's not going to be able to hold off 5 or 4 in this case HellRaisers members, and they pretty much just get the free site, and Stiko gets the bomb plant pretty quickly. So Oscar here, he's going to be having the op, and he's going to be going for that quick opening pick on the guy that holds a Van. Unfortunately for him, he gets smoked off, but there is a small gap under it, and I believe he is able to spot Neo doing sort of a jump peek by Van. I'm not sure if he was able to see his head there, but he might have been able to. Just kind of takes a pot shot and he rotates back to collect that bomb. I'm not sure why, but he does have pretty much full utility while the site take is going underway, and I'm not sure why, but he doesn't use his smoke to block off CT. Again, I think maybe he was the person that was holding inside of jungle, but I think once they get that pick on Bialy and once they get that plant down, they should have probably just thrown that smoke, or he should have thrown that smoke, either in jungle or in CT. And I know he was watching jungle, but I think that is one of the major downfalls of this strategy that HellRaisers did. I mean, they had a lot of utility, and they didn't really use it that efficiently. And again, he's going to be going towards jungle here. Not able to get anything, and as soon as he didn't see anything, he probably should have... I don't know, because he has Zero watching his back here. But look at how much utility that HellRaisers has, and they don't really use much of it at all. Which is pretty unfortunate. If they had thrown that CT smoke, it would have held off VP for a lot longer, and they probably would have actually gotten the round, because if we take a look here, VP, the clock's ticking down pretty far, and the defuse just goes out right now, so if that smoke had held them off for that long, then they probably would have gotten this round. So I think that was poor play by Oscar, but again, that bomb plant did get them a decent amount of money. And finally, we have Bondic, and he's going to be going for a very quick peek in Palace here, because a lot of times a CT will aggressively push there and try and get a quick pick, but he doesn't see anything, and he does in fact fall back, and then prepares his smoke, and he lines up. I think right here is kind of sketchy, because he puts his back completely to both T-Ramp and, well, Palace itself, and somebody could have easily snuck up on him. If Bialy had been more forward or someone else been more forward, he could have gotten caught off guard pretty easily. But he's lining up the smoke, and it's going to be a running jump throw, I believe, and it goes all the way across the map. It's a really cool smoke. Like, it literally just goes across the entire map, which, again, that's just insane, and it's going to be soaring way over, bounces once, and then it's going to hit this wall here and land there. And again, that's just a crazy smoke to me. And then he's just going to slowly walk into Palace here, make sure nobody has pushed up, and clear any angles for his teammates to push into T-Ramp. And again, that pick really seals the deal. Nothing is there, and there's the free site. So, again, a really, really cool take there by HellRaisers, and I really wish Oscar would have thrown that smoke for CT or jungle or somewhere. would have probably helped them out quite a bit, but that fake worked wondrously. Really fooled VP, but hopefully you guys thought this video was interesting or maybe cool. Maybe you want to try this strategy sometime in your play if you have a team or something. But as always, thank you all very much for watching, and see you next time.